My name is Teresa Kackert, and I'm from California, and I'm a CHA clinic instructor, AQHA professional horsewoman, and a few other things. But I'm really thankful to be here to share with you guys today. So I just want to take the opportunity, if you guys see any of the staff from the Oaks here or any of the CHA staff that took the time to put this on for you, please thank them. We are so fortunate to have this lovely facility and amazing horses. What I want to talk about today is something that we hear a lot of rhetoric about, riding your horse with more rhythm and with more feel. Now, a lot of people feel like you can't teach feel to riders. There's this big thing a few years ago that you're either born with feel or you weren't, and if you didn't have the feel when you were born, you were just stuck, you were sunk. And I'm going to show you guys some techniques today so that you can start teaching feel to your riders. You can become a more feeling rider with better rhythm and better timing yourself. So the way we're going to kind of start this is I've developed our own training method. We call it our soft touch training program. And basically what it does is we take some elements from our classical equitation. And what does the classical equitation give us? Who can just yell out? What are we getting from our classical equitation? Yes, suppleness. Okay, so we can get suppleness. What else can you guys get from classical equitation? Balance, absolutely. Anything else? Rhythm, perfect. So these are all things that we kind of attribute to a classical type ride. Now, we hear a lot about natural horsemanship. Natural horsemanship is one of those things that people either love it or they're not so sure about it. But natural horsemanship, when we talk about that, is really just communicating to the horse in a way that they can understand. What are some of the benefits that we have from natural horsemanship? Communication, yeah, we have more communication with our horse, or more teamwork with our horse, okay? So what we've done is we take our classical equitation, can give us a super horse, right? Then we take and we add our natural horsemanship into that. When we blend the natural horsemanship and the classical equitation together, now we take that super horse, add the natural, and now we have a supernatural horse. Okay, who doesn't want to ride a supernatural horse? Me, you know, you go out to the barn, he's got his little cape on, big red S on his chest, little wings on his splint boots, right? Okay, everybody wants to have that supernatural horse that really bonds with you, really wants to be with you and work with you. So one of the easiest ways we have to get that supernatural horse is to combine classical equitation with the natural horsemanship. The way that we're going to talk about that most today is we're going to talk about controlling our horse's barrel. So we know that our horse is broken down to a few parts. We have our head, our neck, shoulders, barrel, and hips. Those are all the basic parts that move in different directions that we can influence to get our desired result from our horse, correct? So if we control the barrel of our horse, which is the center of our horse, where our horse's balance comes from and everything else, we're going to be able to control a lot of things about our horse. While we're walking, let's just have everybody track to the left, and we're just going to ride in between these two cones. So we have a lovely little circle pattern set up so that you can ride in between these two cones. Good, and you know what, if he's a little worried about the speaker, don't try to stuff him in there next to it. Just ride along softly, shorten your reins, look up and around your corner, and let him fall in behind one of these other quiet horses. Yeah, don't look at the speaker, look away, just come and look at me, ride right behind me. Just allow your horse to follow in here. How many of you guys have been out on the trail? I'm just going to digress because this gives us a wonderful teaching opportunity. Think of when your horses misbehave as a teaching opportunity. They're giving the opportunity to you to make them better. They're putting you in a situation where you can make them better horses. You can become a better partner with them. So how many, go ahead and just keep tracking right around through there. How many of you guys have heard people say, oh, when your horse is afraid of something, just ride him right up to him, make him face it? We hear that all the time, right? That's very similar to think about when you were a kid and you were afraid of something. How would you have felt if, as you were a small child and you were afraid of something, your parents grabbed you by the hand, drug you in there, good, just a little inside leg, and marched you right up to that very thing you were afraid of, shoved you in there kind of by yourself and told you, just stand up and face it. You would not have been a very confident individual, nor are your horses. So take the time to really work with your horses and take these opportunities So Brenda, let him just come and fall in line. If he wants to scoot off, that's totally fine. Just let him ride what he gives you. Don't try to force him in any frame. Sit up and back. Just fall in a little. Lindsay, if you could just make a little circle. Brenda, go ahead and just come right in here behind this little sorrel. Lindsay, if you can just ride behind over towards me. Brenda, if you can fall in behind this little sorrel, because horses are such pack and herd animals, if you can get them around some really quiet horses, and I'm just going to slip in behind you, and then Lindsay, you can slip in behind me, he's going to start to relax and become more comfortable with the speaker, and I'll try not to yell or squeal or anything else. Okay, so while we're riding around this circle, Brenda, go ahead and shorten your reins a little bit. Put a little inside leg against your horse. Exhale a little. Just soften, pull, and hold your outside rein. Hold your outside rein, look up. Very nicely done. Make sure if your horse is a little spooky or goosey that you're continuing to breathe. Just breathe and let your horse move around. Now, as we're riding, riders, I want y'all in the audience to see the way our horse's barrels are swinging to the left and the right. Let them come forward. Just let them move forward. There you go. As your horse's barrels are swinging to the left and the right, be aware of that feel. Feel the barrel fill up one leg and then move away from it and fill up the other. What we're going to start working on is keeping that feel good. And you can just let him, Brenda, ride on forward with the other horses. This will really help him settle. The farther he gets away from his sorrel buddy up there, the more likely he is to have a reaction to that speaker, because he's kind of out there in no man's land by himself. So that's lovely. Very nice. Same with your horse. You can kind of, this mare, she might have something to say, but I'm going to step up a little bit. So go ahead, feel that barrel filling up your leg. Now, when we ride, we want to have timing and rhythm. So if we can take our leg aids and use them with different timing and rhythm, good little inside leg and pick up on your inside rein just like you did. Now, hold the outside rein and soften and let them come forward. Very good. If we can let our horses go and use our timing and rhythm in a way that they understand, you're going to get a lot of performance from your horse. So riders, as you're riding, I want you guys to tell me when you feel your horse filling up your outside legs. The inside leg is going to be the leg that's to the center of the circle. The outside leg is going to be the leg that's to the outside of the circle, closest to the audience, okay? So, good, just let him ride forward. Yep, if he needs to make a little circle in there, bend him, bend him, bend him, bend him, bend him. There you go. That's it, just let him come forward. Yep, and if you need to cut to the inside of the cones, that's okay. Just work within his parameters so that he's comfortable. Tammy, tell me when you feel the outside leg filled up with his barrel. The reason why this is important is that we know, think back to your high school physics class, an object in motion is going to continue to stay in motion. So as your horse's barrel swings left and right, you're going to need to be able to time your leg aids with that swing. And I'm going to give you a really easy analogy to understand. How many of y'all have ever pushed somebody on a swing before? Right? So when that swing swings toward you, what do? You absorb the push, right? And then you push back. What happens is as that swing is swinging towards you, you stick out your hands. You do this to the kids you don't like, right? So as they swing up to you, you smack into their back and off they go right off the swing. Our horses oftentimes feel like this when we ride them and we cue them with our inside and outside leg aids. But if as we're riding, we absorb the push of that horse's barrel and then push it away from our leg, our horses are going to be much more able to respond the way that we want. So the first thing that we as riders have to be able to do is be able to feel when our horse's barrel is swinging into our leg. Now, I'm going to give everybody on the ground a little tip, because this is something that you can all take home and work on with each other. As the horse's inside hind leg comes forward, their barrel swings to the outside to get out of the way of the stifle. So let's look at the little liver chestnut here. As his inside hind leg comes forward, now, that's when the barrel is swinging to the outside, filling up Lindsay's leg. So as the little sorrel's inside hind leg comes forward, now, that's when the barrel is swinging into Beth's outside leg. Can you feel that at all, Beth? Good. So Brenda, as your bay's inside hind leg comes forward, which is now, 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 the barrel's going to swing into your outside leg. So what we're going to do, and Tammy, can you feel your leg swing? So your horse's inside leg is stepping forward now, 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 and that's when his leg is swinging into your outside leg. The other way that you can feel this, riders, so that's a good way for people on the ground to be able to see, so that you can help your students and your friends and neighbors be able to develop a feel for this barrel. The other way, as riders, that we can feel is as you're riding, allow your hips to swing forward and back, forward and back. As your hip swings forward, that hind leg is swinging forward. So you can time your leg aids. Good. So Brenda, feel your hip swing. So your inside hip is swinging forward. Now, now, now. That's when you would want to apply your inside leg aid. Very good. Very good. So riders, what I want you guys to do is as you feel your inside, as you feel the barrel swing away from your inside leg, as it's swinging towards your outside leg, put a little leg on. And I'm going to demonstrate this. So here my horse is walking. You can all see my horse's inside hind leg coming forward now, right? Now, now, right? So I'm going to apply my inside leg as the hind leg is coming forward. So my leg's going on now, now. See how effortlessly, I'm not even having to do anything. Now this is a wonderfully trained horse by Ken, but you can see how easily my horse can step laterally. Because the barrel's already swinging away, I simply push the barrel farther away and the horse steps more underneath itself with its inside hind leg. This is really, really easy to do. You can take a horse that's a fairly green horse, and if you can get him pretty balanced, you can start doing lovely little leg yields around your arena without much work at all. So riders, I'm going to help you a little bit with your timing. What I want you to do is when you feel your barrel swing away from your inside leg, apply it. So Tammy, put on your inside leg now. 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 Look at that lovely little horse. A beautiful lateral movement simply by applying her inside leg. But Beth, go ahead and put your inside leg on. Now, now, now. Put a little bit of pressure. That mare is just kind of going around, so she's going to need a little bit of leg. So put your inside leg now. Now. A little more leg. See if you can steer her outside of the cones. Yes. Inside leg goes on now. Now. Are you guys seeing how easily you can move your horses over? I'm going to try and do this with poor timing so you can see the difference of what happens. Watch how easily my horse will move laterally with correct timing of the leg aids, right? Now watch what happens when I put on incorrect. Whoop, that was a little too much leg there. This is a very well-broke horse. As I put on incorrect leg aids, you're going to start to see this mare, and I love mares for these demonstrations because they just have so much to tell us. See how I'm losing some forward impulsion? That's from incorrectly timed leg aids. So there we go, there. See how I'm not getting the same level of performance out of my horse? See how my horse is a little unsure of exactly what I want to do? Now watch, I'm not going to change anything but the timing of my leg aid. And look at the difference in my horse's rhythm, smoothness, ability to move laterally. I haven't changed my hands, I haven't changed my seat. All I've done is ride that horse's barrel, applying my inside leg as her barrel swings out. Good, very nice. Lindsay, I'm going to help you count it out. Inside leg now. Yes. Some horses are going to take a lot of leg to move them. Probably Brenda, your horse will. Some horses are going to just take a little bit of leg. Brenda, go ahead and put your inside leg on your horse. Now. 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 Very nice. Good. Let's go ahead and reverse, and we're going to do this the opposite way. So we're going to be moving our horses to the outside. We're going to be applying our right leg. Okay, so inside leg at the girth. Beth, go ahead and put your inside leg. Good. Just sit up. Lower your hands. Lower your hands. Good. Thumbs up. Good. Beth, you're going to apply your inside leg now. 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 Good. If they start to move off, just a little squeeze on the outside rein. And Brenda, put your inside leg on. Now. Now. Good. Inside leg now. Now. Excellent. So can you guys all see how applying their leg at the correct time changes their ability to move their horse laterally really easy? So those of us that struggle with lateral work or with leg yields, This is a great way to change that. Let him come forward. If he gets fussy, just let him go forward. Oftentimes we'll see this. As our horses get fussy, we want to whoa, 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 make them wait. Then what happens, the more we make them wait, the more upset they get. Remember, what are our horses' two ways? Flight or fight. So if we take away that natural ability for the horses to run off and go to a safe place, that only leaves them the fight. And we certainly don't want to fight with any of these guys. Lovely. So see the difference in your horse? Little inside leg. Lower your hands just a tiny bit. Yes. See how he's lowering his head and kind of going to work. Good. Little squeeze on the outside rein. Yep. And you don't have to do a tremendous drop in your hands. Just soften. Yes. Oftentimes, if you breathe, your horse will start breathing again too. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm just going to demonstrate, and we're going to come along the long side here with our horses. And we're going to start at the cone. As we start at the cone, we're going to ask our horse to move laterally into the rail. So we're just going to go to the camera. We don't want to run over the camera, but I'm going to apply my inside leg with timing. As the hip is coming, or as the leg is coming forward, that's when my barrel's swinging away, and move my horse laterally into the rail. So let's see, Tammy, let's start with you. Why don't you go ahead and ride down into that corner there, and we'll have you, and you can get a little bit of a working walk from your horse. That's it, lovely. If your riders aren't able to feel your horse's, or their horse's swing of their barrel, what they need to do is they need to increase their horse's tempo. As they ask the horse to step up and move more quickly, they'll be able to feel the barrel swing more dramatically. That is lovely. Thank you so much. Good. So as you get to the cone, just ride him into the rail. So hold a little in your outside rein, push with your inside leg now. Now, if you feel your shoulders trailing or leading, if you feel your shoulders leading and your hips trailing, squeeze a little on that inside rein. Good, Beth, when you come around that corner, you can just come off the rail a little bit and leg yield your horse into that cone. Brenda, as you come around the corner, just go around that cone and leg yield your horse into the rail a little. So you're going to open your outside rein, take a little feel of your inside rein, push with your inside leg. Now, now. Now, very good. Let's go to this side of the cone, and that'll give us a little more space. Lindsay, yep, just go ahead and put a little inside leg on that horse. Yep, push, open your outside rein a little bit so his shoulders come. So when we do a leg yield, we want the horse to move as a unit. They can lead a little bit with their shoulders, but just a tiny, tiny little bit. And you can move her up a little, Tammy, in that way. Yeah, him. I'm sorry, I don't know these. Lovely. Good. Come to the top side of the cone closest to me. Feel that horse's barrel swing. Very good. Yep, and you're going to push that horse with the swing of its barrel by just softly holding it into the outside rail. Yes, lovely. See how much more straight the horse is going? If you feel your horse's shoulders leading, you have a little squeeze on your inside rein. This is a fantastic exercise. You can never do too much leg yielding if it's done properly. You can leg yield at the walk, the trot, and the canter. Open your outside rein just a little bit. Good. Half halt on your outside rein, just a little squeeze, and push with your inside leg, Beth. Now. Now. Very nice. Very nice. Brenda, come to the top of the cone. That's all right. Good. And just push your horse into the rail with your inside leg. Now. Very nice. There you go, Lindsay. Yep. And just let him come forward a little bit. If he wants to trot, that's okay. He says, wow, there's a lot of people watching me. Look at all those predators out there. Good. Little inside leg. Let him come forward a little. Let him come forward. The key to a leg yield is its forward movement, and the horse is bent opposite the direction that they're traveling. Very nicely done. Excellent, riders. All right, go ahead and let's come in here to the center. I want to talk about something else. You guys have a pretty good feel for the timing of the barrel. So we're going to step it up a notch. What we hear a lot in our riding, we hear about buttons on our horses, right? We have the buttons to move the different parts. All of our horses, if you put your inside leg, and this mare is so well trained, she's going to want to move off of it. If you take and you put your inside leg just behind the girth of your horse, it's going to cause your horse to bend a little bit to the inside. Now on horses that aren't so well schooled, you'll really, really see it. Let's see. Tammy, your horse is probably less likely. Go ahead and put a little inside leg on your horse. So sit straight. You're sitting a little deeper into the left seat bone than the right. There you go. Take a feel of your reins. I want you just, without moving your horse, I want you to just put a little inside leg on and see if you can allow your horse will turn its head into there. See how my mare's bending a little bit? Yes. So see how you put on your right leg and your horse turned its head to the right? Good. What happens with this is as we ride our horse's bend, we can use our 4 natural aids, our hands, voice, seat, and legs. We want to take more of our use of our hands away so that we can be softer and lighter in the horse's mouth. And we want to transfer that more to our legs. So let's say we want to turn our horse. If I can turn my horse with a little inside leg, see how my horse bent a little to the inside? If I can steer my horse almost strictly off my legs. Beth, let's see how your horse. Put your inside left leg on your horse without moving your hand and see what that horse does. These Western horses are so, oh, what a lovely horse. So tuned up. Brenda, go ahead and put your inside left leg against your horse. Don't pull on your reins, just push. And see if you can get him to stand still and just push with your leg there. There you go, good. Holding your outside rein a little so he'll stand, and they're thinking, what do they really want me to do? Yep, push with that leg. Yeah, see how these horses are starting to turn their noses to the inside? That's what we want to do. Now, where this comes in really handy is when we start to use our aids. So we've all been taught we want to use our inside leg at the girth, outside leg behind the girth, correct? So let's say I'm going to ride this little serpentine that I have set up here. And this is what you guys are going to do in just a minute. If you guys want to slide right over there, that'll be, well, no, not close to the speakers. Let's go towards the audience so we're not close to the speakers. Let's see if I want to ride my horse through a serpentine, if I can do it without using my reins and just using my legs. So I have a little inside leg on my horse, which creates the left bend, right? Then now I need to go this way. So a little inside leg, outside leg behind the girth finishes the bend. I change my direction, inside leg at the girth creates the bend, outside leg behind the girth finishes the bend. Easy, just walk. Again, inside leg at the girth creates the right bend in my horse. My outside leg behind the girth brings their hips around. So this way you can ride, and these horses that we have are so wonderful, and little inside leg at the girth, outside leg behind, and you'll notice my hands aren't changing at all. I can just drop my horse's reins, and let's see if we can pull this off. This way, darling. Yeah. And just ride my horse around this corner with less and less hand, okay? So as we're gonna have each of you guys ride through this serpentine, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna put a little inside leg initially on your horse to create the bend in your horse, and then you're gonna apply outside leg behind the girth. So here's my outside leg behind the girth, here's my inside leg at the girth, okay? Inside leg at the girth. Now, the important thing, which we're going to talk a little bit more about in a little bit, is inside and outside does not always mean the direction of the arena rail. So right now, that's the outside because this is the way my horse is bent. So let's ride with your horse's bend being the inside. So if your horse is bent to the left, this is my inside left leg. My horse is bent to the right, it would be reversed. So Beth, let's have you ride on. And let's see, we're going to see how little hand you can use and how much leg you can use to get it done. Yes, very nice. So new right leg at the girth, outside left leg behind, and switch. Left leg at the girth, outside right leg behind. Very nice. Good. And switch, right leg at the girth, left leg behind. Very nice. This is also something you guys can do at the walk and the trot. And you can just kind of ride up in here by me. Tammy, let's see you go. You're going to start by putting a little inside leg at the girth. Yep, outside leg behind to bring his hips around. Now switch, right leg at the girth, left leg behind. Yes, good. Change his bend. Left leg at the girth, right leg behind. Good. And change his bend, right leg at the girth, left leg behind. Very nicely done. Good, Lindsay, let's bring yours through. Very nice. Tammy, is your horse feeling a little lighter in your hands by using your leg? Perfect. Good, Lindsay. So, yep, little inside right leg. There you go. So now you're going to put left leg to create new bend, outside right leg behind. Yeah, and if it starts to trot off, just softly, softly bring him back. Good. Go ahead, Brendan. Go ahead and come through. So you're going to put inside left leg at the girth. Good. And outside right leg behind, and switch. Right leg at the girth, left leg behind. Go ahead and actually put your left leg, bend your knee a little bit and put that left leg back a little bit. Yeah, now inside left leg at the girth and right leg behind. Yes, very nice. So Brendan, when you're making that turn, your outside leg, look at me a sec. So here's where your outside leg wants to be, a little behind. So let me show you guys. See how I can put it, and this horse is so broke that she knows that outside leg there means move your haunches over. Inside leg here is where you want it to be. See how I just created bend in my horse? I didn't change my reins. All I did was apply my inside leg. So this is really important. What I want to do is, everybody, let's go ahead and move up to the trot. Well, I'm just going to kind of brush on these things. This is stuff that I think that a lot of you guys have heard before. But let's go ahead, posting trot, you guys. Look at these guys, woke up a little bit. Now, we're going to talk about something that is a little bit different than what you've all heard before. So we know that the trot is a what? 2-beat diagonal gait. So that means you can sit if you're Western, if your horse is comfy enough. So that means that your horse's legs are moving in diagonal pairs. So on Tammy's horse, as the inside hind comes forward, the outside front comes forward as well. Now, when we talk about posting, how many of us learned that you want to post on the outside diagonal, correct? How many of us also learned the little mantra, rise and fall with a leg on the wall, right? Pretty much everybody's heard that. Some of us have even said that a lot, right? Rise and fall with a leg on the wall. What I want to do is I want you guys to change the way you ride your horses, and instead of riding the arena, I want you to actually ride your horse. I want you to ride your horse's true bend. So my horse right now is bent. Let's trot a bit, and I'm going to post. My horse, trot. So my horse is bent to the left right now. So I would be correct in rising and falling with the leg on the wall. But if I change my horse and counterbend it, now if I rose and fall with the leg on the wall, my horse would be out of balance, wouldn't it? So right now I'm actually riding the true bend on the true diagonal. See how balanced my horse is. Sometimes, and we'll see what this one does. A lot of times horses, if you change and you start, oh, look at her talk to me about changing diagonals and riding it incorrectly. Now look what happens when I ride the correct diagonal. I love mares. Aren't they wonderful? They just talk to us and let us know exactly what they're feeling. Okay? So this makes a big difference. Everybody who's been riding the arena, I want you to start thinking about riding your horse. So riders, while you're out on the rail, be aware of your horse's bend. Now, any of you who are riding young horses or green horses or really athletic or fresh horses, a lot of times when your horses come out of the pen, you're going to get them out there and it's like you are riding a spaghetti noodle. You're going to go, you're going to pick up the posting trot, you're going around, and all of a sudden your horse will throw you a new bend. So just ride him forward, Brenda. Yep, let him go forward, sit up, look up, don't try to stuff him into that corner, just go somewhere else. Yeah, there you go. So I'm on my young horse, right? I'm riding along. They're really wiggly. They change, and I have to change my bend. When you're warming your horses up in the morning or afternoon, when you're starting to ride your horse, I want you to start to ride